Hi everyone, I'm Glenda with SureFit Designs. I know some of you know me as Glenda the Good Stitch. In this very short video, I want to talk about the sleeveless armhole, like I'm wearing. And of course, like I have on the mannequins. And it doesn't matter whether you're sewing out of a woven fabric or out of a knit fabric, the basic concepts that I'm going to talk about still apply. But first of all, what I would like to do is talk about the armhole in general on the SureFit Designs master pattern. We're just going to assume that you've already got your center front, the straight of grain, your neckline, and your shoulder line drawn. Then we go into the armhole. There is a series of dots in the middle of the armhole labeled front arm side point number 1. And then at the underarm, you see a series of dots coming out, and you see two labels. The upper label says, for sleeveless garments, use these upper dots, which I will be showing you. And the underarm series, or the lower series, says, full bust measurement, front arm side, point number 2. I'd just like to do a quick review of drawing the armhole as if you were going to be sewing a sleeve into your bodice. And I'm going to do this in a couple of different colors so that you can see how it all looks and changes depending on your size. First of all, I am going to draw the first line in pencil as if there was no changes to your shoulder point at all. And you're going to be utilizing the designing stylus to draw your armhole curvature, and you will have marked off your full bust measurement dot at the underarm. Then we use arrowhead number 2. It says match to front arm side point number 2 on the dress pattern, and it's this arrowhead right here. I'm going to take that arrowhead, I'm going to put it in to that underarm dot number 2 point, and I'm going to pivot into the personalized shoulder point. I will draw around in pencil, and I'm going to hope that you're going to be able to see this in the camera. Now, let's pretend that you have a shorter shoulder, and so your standard shoulder length got shortened for your body, and you take arrowhead number 2, put it into dot number 2, and pivot into your personalized shoulder point. So of course now we are blueprinting for how short your shoulder is, and I draw around. And when I take that away, you can see how much narrower the shoulder line is and how it's got rid of excess fabric that you don't need in your upper shoulder area because you are narrow up there. But I also want you to see how it is totally bypassed front arm side point number 1. And that's okay. So now let's pretend that you are a broader shoulder and your shoulder line came out this far. So now you've got a real broad shoulder. And I'll do this one in blue. So again, put arrowhead number 2 on the stylus with dot number 2 on the pattern and pivot the stylus out. In this case, it's a very broad shoulder line, and we're going to draw the blue line. So once again, what I've done is I've blueprinted for the length of the broad shoulder. I've added extra length to go over top, and I've added that little bit of extra width that that broad-shouldered person needs to go over the top portion of their shoulder line area. Once again, I have totally bypassed front arm side point number 1. And that's the message of this little demonstration, is it's okay if your arm side curvature does not go through the dot number 1 on your master pattern. All right, now let's go on to the sleeveless garment. In order to do that, I will just simply move that demonstration away and out of our visual line, and I'll put up another prepared piece of tracing vellum, and it would look like this. Okay, now we're going to go on to this sleeveless garment and what you're going to do. On the master pattern, in fact, let me lift this vellum up so you can really see this clearly. On the master pattern, For the sleeveless series of dots, you will notice that they are approximately a ½ inch away from the underarm dot that you use for the garment with the sleeve in it. And not only are they up higher, they're in closer. There's a slight angle on that particular dot. And what that's going to do is bring that garment up and closer to your body, so you don't have a lot of skin showing, and so you don't have bra or camisole straps showing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do for this sleeveless garment is come up to that dot right there. And I'm going to do this one in red. So now you'll still take arrowhead number 2 on the designing stylus and place it into dot number 2, but on the sleeveless series of dots, I'm going to pivot in to the personalized shoulder point like this and draw around. Now, to give you a comparison, I'll draw it as if the sleeve was going into it. So, and I will do this one in pencil. I'll put the arrowhead on the dot and draw around in pencil. And so you can see what's happened here. In fact, I will do this in green, is that this distance right here, you can see that this has brought the fabric up and out, let's put it that way, because it's covering up a little bit more of your arm in this area right here. So that's as easy as it can be in order for you to have a well-fitting and sleeveless garment with SureFit Designs. If you've enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, I invite you to join the SureFit Designs community, and you can do that in 3 easy steps. Number 1, make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Number 2, make sure that you join the SureFit Designs newsletter, and when you do, there are 4 free gifts to get you started. And number 3, join our Facebook group. It is a closed group, so you do need to request to join, but we have seamstresses literally all over the world who are communicating with one another, sharing their SureFit Designs projects, asking questions, and helping one another. I know you're going to love being a part of that group.